Hi, it's Dee Dee again. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please, I hope you enjoy your stay and that you will like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, ring the bell so you don't miss any further videos. Today's trait of the narcissist, I labeled it, leave me alone, in quotes, leave me alone. There are times in your relationship with the narcissist that he or she would want to be alone, and yet they don't. What do I mean by that? They'll tell you they want to be alone, or maybe they won't tell you at all. Maybe things are going along smoothly. You're just chit-chatting back and forth, whether online or the phone or what have you. Very often narcissists will hide on the internet, so you'll make friends with them through the internet, and that friendship will be limited by telephone calls and also text messages and things like that. Maybe video chat. I don't know. It depends. Anyways, it's very common to find narcissists online because there is an anonymity that they can maintain. And as you may or may not know, narcissists are formed by false images that they create about themselves that they show to the world. So what easier way to maintain a false image of yourself than to hide behind a screen known as the internet? So anyhow, continuing on, narcissists will often, as things are going along seemingly smoothly with you, suddenly, poof, disappear. Like, where did they go? Why have I not heard from them? Why are they not calling me? And you're sitting there waiting for that text or that phone message, especially if you're a codependent, which often attract narcissistic relationships. You'll be sitting there waiting, well, they always call me at this time, or we always have a chat session at this time, or they always send me a video at this time. And you'll be waiting and waiting, and they will totally be gone. That's because they like to be alone. Every single narcissist I've been with has done this to me, where we call it ghosting. They ghost you. And the reason why they do this is because they very much do not really enjoy the company of others, except when they can control and dominate and manipulate you. Maybe you said something that really rubbed them the wrong way. You had a little rift between you, a little argument, whatever, and that just totally knocked the wind out of the narcissist's sails. So they just disappear into who knows where, because they're licking their wounds. It's kind of like a cat that got in a fight with another cat, and you know how they do? They just pull off by themselves and they're, poor me, ouch, that hurt, but, that sort of thing. Narcissists do the same thing. The only problem is, as much as they want to be alone, they don't want to be alone. Why is this? Because the narcissist is somebody who has never learned to properly self-reflect, which means they don't enjoy their own company, and very soon after they're alone, they start feeling like they have to start, self-reflecting. And that's scary to a narcissist because they buried their true self years and years ago, probably as a child or a teen or maybe a young adult. They don't know that self anymore. They know there's something in there, I think, but they don't know that self because they only know what they've portrayed to the outer world. So by being alone, that self starts coming to the surface, and they got to keep pushing it down because they don't know how to deal with that self. The original self they were supposed to be that got destroyed in their own probably narcissistic upbringing. So all they know is the portrayals that they give the world. And this other self they don't know is scary. And sometimes being with you is another reason why they want to be alone, because you bring out a little piece of that real self in them. They start feeling emotions and maybe even like you a little bit, maybe even love you a little bit. And narcissists can't love. They won't tell you they can't love. They'll say all the words, I love you, you're so special to me, you're important. They'll wine and dine you, send you gifts, especially in the idealization phase. But once that self starts coming to the surface, they were taught to be strong and not show emotions and not show vulnerability, and definitely don't accept guilt. It's always the other person's fault, of course. So being alone, as you might know from being alone yourself, especially if you're someone that likes yourself and does a lot of self-reflection, that brings that self to the surface. And if you're comfortable with yourself, that is not an issue. But for a narcissist who is not comfortable with their true self, that is a terrifying experience. In fact, Darcy said to me, the narcissist in my life in the past, She said, oh, please don't make me go be alone. Please don't make me. Please just forgive me and pretend it never happened, because if you don't, I'll have to be alone with Father, because she believed in God, Yahweh, but she believed in him. She called him Father or Daddy. And she'd say, if I have to be alone, then Daddy won't be pleased with me. Father will not be pleased with me, and I don't want to be alone with him. I'm really afraid of that. So as much as she wanted to be alone and would pull off by herself, if I did something that brought that true self starting to surface, where she actually started feeling feelings, that was scary for her. She didn't like that. So that's another narcissistic trait. Leave me alone, but yet not so much. I really don't want to be alone with my true self. I want to be away from you. So it's a whole different ballgame when a narcissist disappears to be alone than somebody else. All right, if you like the video, please hit like, subscribe, share, ring the bell for future videos, because there will be more. And I definitely appreciate every one of you. Thank you for being there and watching my channel. I apologize that my voice sometimes is a little gnawing on the nerves. I went back and listened to my own videos, and I was like, I'm not sure I could sit and listen to my voice, but I'll try to work on that and not be so sounding. Sorry if I am, but I just want to get the message out there so all of you know exactly what you're dealing with when it comes to the narcissist. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Be blessed.